Stroke your little dick. The look on y'all's faces was priceless. Y'all were both like, hey, welcome back, everybody. It is another awesome episode of Boob Tube. I am one of your lovely hosts, Kari Anthony, and of course, it's not Boob Tube without Casey Carter and Desirable Bottom, my lovely co-host.
Hey.
Co-hostesses with the mostesses. Woo, woo, woo. I have a new thing between my legs.
Okay.
It's my mic. Gotcha. What's up? EXXXOTICA.tv. Yay, we're a couple minutes late. I had a little
EXXXOTICA.tv.
You know, everything that can go wrong will. Yes. Isn't that the motto?
Yeah, listen, that is the subtitle to my July article about Exotica. What could possibly go wrong?
Please don't put that out there.
Yeah, well, I didn't do that.
It is.
But wait, and hold on. Since we're talking about it, let me just throw it up there. Boo, boo. There we go.
Woo! Okay.
Boob Tube. Let's go.
Hey, I recognize that lady.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
This is in the July issue. This is part 2 of a 3-part series in ASN Lifestyle Magazine, all about Exotica.
Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Whitney, Jason, and Jay. Yeah. Jason's very happy you're here, Jay. He tells us every week how much he misses you.
Yeah, oh, Lord, please. Yeah. Yes.
Come back. Although I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of cool. It feels like graduation and like it feels like when you're teenagers and your parents finally leave you at home alone and you're like, yes.
Yeah. Like they do it the first time
before we get caught.
Right. Like that first time they do it is exciting. And then when they keep letting you, you're like, ooh, what else can I do? What else can I do?
Slumber party. But you got to go at 2 a.m. No cars in the driveway. You got to park around the corner.
Don't drink all the beer in the fridge.
Don't drink any beer in the fridge. No beer in the fridge. I remember one of my girlfriends, her parents had a big old basement, and there was this like, when they finally finished it, there was this part of the basement that was just kind of there and they couldn't figure out what to do with it. So somehow, some way, she convinced them to get like a refrigerator and like set up like a little, not a bar area because they already had a bar, but it was like kind of like a kid's play area, but it had a refrigerator, right? That's where we used to store the backup stuff, you know, because I'd be like, don't touch anything in the refrigerator. Your parents are gonna know as soon as something's moved or something's missing. They're gonna be like, all right, but if nothing's missing, they're not gonna think to look in the basement refrigerator. And that was so smart, until we got caught in the actual act.
Oh, see.
Oh no.
Yeah, we were, well, actually it wasn't the actual act, it was cleaning up. So we were like maybe 30 minutes home free, and they got there faster than,
Yeah, it's inevitable. It is inevitable that you get busted. I don't know if it's some sort of parent rule, but every time
they know.
Every time you think you've got it figured out.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, the smell, like you can tell when people have been in your house.
Yes.
So I don't even know, like, but you know, as kids, you don't think about that. You're just like, party time.
Well, and see, so what I did when I was growing up and I did all the things I wasn't supposed to do in terms of having people to the house, my mother would always say, oh, I saw you did this, and oh, I saw you did that. And so when I had my kids, I never told them how I knew that they had messed up. Because every time my mom said that, oh, I know you had people in the house because I can see all the footprints in the carpet. We had just gotten brand new carpet. Thanks, Jay. We love you too.
Thanks. Love you.
Yep.
Yay.
Every time, I had people over, there were feet in the carpeting. So I started vacuuming the rug. So then she would say, you had to have had people in the house because the floor looks freshly vacuumed and you don't vacuum unless you're told. So I was like, okay. So then the next time I had people in the house, I vacuumed the rug and then I got on my hands and knees and wiped out all the lines.
But then you have to think about when people come, they go to the bathroom, right? They use toilet paper.
I never had that problem.
Your parents will be like, I mean, maybe they noticed, but they just didn't, it never got that far. Like they always saw other things that were like, come on now.
It was always about the common areas. Like no one ever managed. Yeah, because we had a bathroom down on the lower level. We had a split level ranch. So there was a bathroom down on the lower level. And folks would use that bathroom, but nobody used that bathroom. So
okay.
Like all of the living took place upstairs. So it was the rug thing. It was the rug. Once I figured all of that out, baby. But then once I had kids, never told them. Never said, here's how I know you had people in the house. Never.
Right. Because then they would figure it out.
My son used to always ask, why, how do you know? How do you know? I'm like, oh, no. I've learned my lesson. I'm not telling you that.
Right. Wow.
So I got a little funny story to tell you guys too. So like my mom, like she was very, cause like she got hit by a drunk driver like a long time ago. So she was like really, really raised us for like being against drunk driving and stuff. And like her brother died and stuff. It's kind of Debbie Downer, but anyways, yeah. So we're like really, really against people or like try and promote about like mothers against drunk driving, stuff like that as well, right? So when I was younger, anyways, I had a cousin buy alcohol for me. And then my mom always said it to me. She's like, if you guys want to ride home, give me a call. I'll always be there to pick you guys up, blah, 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 this and that, right? So I called her one night. I was like, can you come and pick us up? We're at the store, like, So she came and got us. And then, so she was like, you guys were drinking. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously, right? So then she's like, well, who bought it for you? And then I told her it was one of my cousins, but I didn't say their name. But she was like, well, which one was it? And then I ended up telling her because I'm like really honest with my mom. Like I wasn't really like, I didn't really have much to hide. Like she was going to find out anyway. So I ended up telling her what it was. And then she like schooled me though. She's like, that's wrong right there. She's like, if the police would have caught you and if you would have ratted them out, you would have went to jail. He would have went to jail. She's like schooling me, telling me all this stuff, right? So cute. Anyway, so then she gave me like a little lesson that night. I was like, okay, I learned my lesson. I'm like, now I know to like keep my lip shut, zip, throw away the key. Yeah, I'll never do that again. And it was just kind of funny.
Well, you learned your lesson.
Life lesson.
Our folks, they know stuff. They just don't. They like for us to think that they're, that we're getting away with something. And I swear, they just storing it up. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I do that with mine. I just some of the things like you decide which of these battles you want to fight. Some of them you take right there and then. Others you drop it in the bucket and you just wait. You drop it in the bucket and you wait. So yeah. Anywho.
Yeah.
So Desi asked how was everybody's 4th? And mine was pretty good. I was sharing with Des that my brother and his family came into town. My sister is in town. And we're super close as a family, so it's COVID sort of messed up the whole family visiting thing. It's like we would spend Christmas together and they would come for the summer. Like my niece and nephews would come and spend a couple of weeks with my parents during the summer. So this was like the first time in probably, I don't know, maybe since COVID that they were all back at the house. Because last year we all went to Hilton Head together for my parents' 40th wedding anniversary. So this year we were at the house and it was a lot of fun, you know.
Aww.
I mean, well, first of all, job. We had Monday and Tuesday off. So I was a very happy camper. Yes. Very happy camper. And Monday was the only day of those 4 days I was not at the pool. I was at the pool every day.
I'm jealous.
It's good for your soul, man. That sun. Yeah. Oh my God. Like
vitamin D. Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I can't wait till next week.
Look. Okay. Listen.
I can't wait.
Listen. Like Lorenzo was like, yeah, so we'll get the booth set up and then we'll ride over to the Walmart. I'm like, no. We'll get the booth set up and you can ride to Walmart. I'm going to the pool. I'm going to the pool.
Are you staying at the Hilton?
Don't know.
I mean the DoubleTree.
Whatever the hotel is, that's the one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
with the iguanas. Yeah. Mm.
I'm not staying there, but I'm definitely taking over their pool. They don't check none of that shit. At least they didn't. And if they do, I'll just be like, I'm with EXXXOTICA.
They barely say anything about anything. I think in 2021, I was smoking on the pool deck. And then I think at some point they said that we couldn't smoke there. But I'm like, it was already Saturday, I think, by the time they told us.
What you going to do? Kick me out? I leave tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. It was already Saturday by the
Sorry,
time
Jay.
They said something.
Sorry, Jay.
So.
We are not habitual rule breakers, even though we spent 15 minutes talking about being rule breakers.
I know, right? Look, we do our very best to do the right thing, and then we sneak it in. But anywho,
right?
Anywho,
yeah, sneak it in for the win. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't do anything special. I've just been here, dealing with getting ready to hit the road because I'm driving. Getting merch done. Can't even talk. So I haven't watched a lot of TV, so I don't have a lot to contribute this week. I'm just here for support, y'all.
Hey,
support.
That's what it's about. That's why we're a team. We fill in for each other wherever necessary.
I'm also just mentally like, I am not. So while part of me is prepared to either hit the beach, go to the pool, or both, and I'm just allowing myself to be prepared for whatever scenario may happen. I know I'm going to the pool for sure because that's the easy part.
Mm-hmm.
The part about driving all those hours down, I'm not ready for that. I'm just like,
that's gonna be rough. When are you leaving?
Monday. So I'm gonna stop in Jacksonville. So it's leaving Monday evening. So I'll get to Jacksonville like in the morning, like maybe like 9-10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then my kids and my grandbabies live there. So hello, Raven Coyote Stories and Whitney and Jason and Chris. So I'm gonna visit them, and my daughter does nails and stuff like that. So she's gonna hook me up and turn me into a new person. And then Wednesday we're gonna drive down to Miami.
Okay.
And it's only 5 hours from Jacksonville, so that's the least driving. So it's 11 hours from here to Jacksonville. So that's the plan.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it when you said you were driving. Okay. I was just kind of like, man, I hope she's not doing that straight because that is a beast.
No. Yes, Desiree.
Yeah, that would be hard.
You had something exciting to contribute.
I did. Well, as you guys know, I'm Canadian, so I don't celebrate the 4th, but we do celebrate Canada Day.
Okay.
And that was pretty
I posted
dope.
that on Twitter.
So it was a little bit of it like a Debbie Downer because we didn't get to watch any fireworks or anything because of the whole fire bans and stuff. So they were like very, very strict. Yeah, like no fireworks. or else you're gonna get charged. So I mean, there are some rebellious ones though, and I did get to see some other people's fireworks that they posted for the 4th, which is great. You know, that's what I always love seeing, other people's posts and comments and stuff as well. So you guys made our day.
Yay!
So, or my day. So, yeah. And then I got to cook same stuff too, some ribs, some hot dogs and hamburgers, cheeseburgers, you know, you name it, all the goodness.
We had all of that too. Good. We had all of the same food.
Potato salads and macaroni salads too, and all the goods.
The fruits and
all the goodies.
Cocktails.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that. I had a salad.
Well,
we saved you a plate.
Desi and I had it for
we got your back.
Yes.
Yep.
Fortunately, we did that for you. Okay. Just quick before we actually talk at all about anything on TV. So I was telling Desi, I was late to the Twitter chat. To the Twitter chat where it said, "Let's wear bathing suits," and I was like, "Oh, okay. Woo! Let me go hurry up and change." Kari, was that not your message? And right, like, because I didn't want to be the one who showed up not ready and had an excuse.
My bikini is right there, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. So in the midst of I forgot about it, right? And so as it was like 8:30, like 8:35 or whatever, and I went to put it on, and trying to hurry up and put it on, I broke the clasp, and so now the top doesn't stay closed. So I mean, I'll put it on if you want to.
Not if the top don't stay closed.
But the top won't stay closed. So I just threw on my sundress and was like, well, I have on the bikini bottoms.
You know the funny thing too? Same thing happened to me. So I have just a top on, like bikini top. And then I was like walking around the house, boom, the thing at the back, like it didn't break, but it just unhooked. And then I was like, oh no, let's hook it back up.
Okay.
But imagine, we have had enough wardrobe malfunctions on this show, chat. You guys can watch the reruns and check out on a previous.
I'm so surprised we're still on the air, to be honest with you.
That being said, I won't stay up to keep us on the air because I went all out for this. I'm like, shit, I don't ever do this.
I want to see.
Okay. Wait.
She's like, okay.
She's so beautiful.
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta make sure everything's where it's supposed to be first.
Yeah, make sure it's in its place. But you know me, I'm historic for letting my titty pop out.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta check first. Let me put it all in the right place here. I think. Right? Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Nice hot pink.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Camera.
Love it.
Okay. So that's
there we go. There we go.
Okay. There it is. Okay. Woo! There we go.
Do you guys recommend any good places online to shop for swimwear too? Any special?
Believe it or not, I got this from Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah.
I get them from Shein.
Okay.
Let me tell you, they're cheaper than Walmart. I was walking around Walmart and I have seen some cute bathing suits there, but they're like $30 and $40. But I got mine for like $8, $10, $12 on Shein, so I can get multiple bathing suits.
Shout out.
Well, I did pay $30 for this, and I did buy 5 of them, but
5?
Dude, when you find something that fits all of this,
yes, agreed.
Exactly. Same.
I will say that the one that popped was not from Shein. That was actually one of my more expensive bathing suits, which, that's why I just put my dress on. I was like, you know what? Screw this.
Okay.
I had enough bikini for one day.
Okay.
But I'm concerned because that was my bathing suit for Miami. So.
Oh. Okay. Well, I will definitely be rinsing this one out so I could get the pink in for Miami. So okay, folks. I know, Kari, you said you hadn't watched hadn't watched much of anything. So I'm just
right.
Yeah.
I'll start off with my only one that I have to contribute.
Oh, go for it.
I fell down a rabbit hole. Don't ask me how I got there. I don't normally do reality TV. It's not my
what'd
thing.
You watch?
Oh.
What'd you watch?
The Kardashians.
Oh.
But it started because I was on YouTube and so a little backstory. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm into like certain genres. I don't just watch just anything. And one of the things I watch is like docuseries, true crime, stuff like that. Well, there's this woman on there her name is Swoop, and she has like real pretty like aqua hair, super beautiful. And somehow, some way, a few days ago, I ended up on one of her videos, and she was actually talking about this scandal that's happening with a real popular YouTuber, Colleen Ballinger, who does that Miranda Sings, that puts the red lipstick I'm sure you've seen her somewhere, where she puts the red lipstick like all over her lips or whatever, and she's like, "Ow," she talks real weird or whatever. So anyways, the name of the person who does that character is Colleen Ballinger. Well, I'm watching the docuseries, and I'm like, okay, so apparently she's been like groomed. She talks to underage fans and grooms them and like gets them to do dirty work for her. Like when she was going through a divorce, she got them to look up like information online and just like a whole bunch of stuff that was totally inappropriate. But the real big issue right now, and how I ended up there in the first place, is that have you ever heard of Trisha Paytas?
Mm-mm.
She's the crazy girl. She's plus size, and she now has an OF, but she used to do like lingerie modeling and like is on the cover of some of the like sports sheets toys and stuff like that. Anyways, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She had videos of her like crying on the kitchen floor talking to chicken nuggets. Like if you look her up, Trisha Paytas, I'm telling you, you'll be like, holy shit, this chick is crazy. Like she had a pink Mercedes truck. Like she's just into this whole like Barbie thing. Yeah. So her daughter's name is Malibu. That's how deep she's into this whole Barbie thing. So anyways, long story short, Colleen took screenshots of Trisha's OF content and was sharing it with some of these underage fans. Body shaming and just talking shit and just being super cruel and just all kinds of things wrong with that, aside from the fact that it's illegal because that's pushing porn to children, to underage, to minors. So Trisha was unaware that this was happening, and she finds out about it, and so that's kind of what spiraled into this docuseries. Is this Swoop person is exposing Colleen Ballinger. So in the midst of watching that docuseries, I go and I really like her storytelling, like just the way I like her. So I start going through all her videos, and she has lots of videos on the Kardashians. So in the midst of watching those, it made me curious, and so I ended up on Hulu watching what? The Kardashians. And I was also curious. I was like, is Kim and Pete still together? Because apparently they're not, and I was totally unaware.
And then I heard Courtney got pregnant again. So I don't know if that's true, but I heard
she's married. Yeah. She married Travis Barker, Blink 182.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. What's my age again?
First of all, Courtney stay pregnant, so
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because Kim and Khloe have had. So, did you know that Khloe had a son now? Yeah. So
with the NBA guy who cheated, right?
Well, it was a surrogate.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
She didn't actually give birth, and that's one of the things. That's kind of why I kept watching it. Like I watched it, and then I was like, oh, okay, not a whole lot's changed here. Except for, I will say this: Kris Jenner definitely looks like Caitlyn now. All the plastics.
What?
Stop it.
Go look. I was like, First of all, I didn't think that Chris looked bad in the first place. Like,
agreed.
she
was a hot momager. Yeah.
Which she has trademarked, by the way. That I did learn as well. But yeah, so you go and you look at Kardashians and you see Kris Jenner, and there are like definite episodes where you could tell she just had plastic surgery and looks very much like Caitlyn. And I was like, ooh, this is weird. So yeah, but I continue to watch because Chloe's talking about how she's having a hard time like connecting with the baby because it's different when you give birth to a baby, and then when you have a surrogate, like you just miss all. And I'm just like, it's still your child, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's a choice.
Agreed.
But I mean, I guess it's different when you have a nanny and like a team of people that help you do everything. So I'm sure that included also creates further
distance. I mean, Kari, you've had I don't know how many kids you have, but you've had a baby. The bonding is somewhat of a choice because if you go through postpartum, sometimes you don't want to be bothered with the baby. So some of that is, like you're saying, with all of those hands helping do other things, it creates distance between you and the baby. And I get it, you didn't carry it, but there is so many adoptive parents who the minute you hear them say, the minute they put the baby in their arms, that was it. That, they were in love.
Yep.
They bonded from that very first moment of holding the baby. I mean, for people who deliver babies, you oftentimes say, oh, the minute they put the baby in my arms and I looked at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
I think there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
I think this baby was supposed to change Tristan because it's a boy.
Okay.
And Tristan is still Tristan. And it didn't change anything. Right. Yeah, he does not care.
And that mistake is like one of the oldest in the book, thinking you're going to have a baby. And woo, it's a boy even. And so now it'll be better. Like, no.
It doesn't matter. Boy, girl, or, whatever. Like, if he's just a piece of shit, he's just a piece of shit.
There you go. If
ain't nothing you pop out your pussy gonna change that.
Wait, I'm sorry, Raven. I gotta post this up here. Raven says, "Then there's me who sees babies and goes, get it away from me." I ain't even mad at that. Not mad at that.
And you know what's funny is like as you get older and you become less like the baby fever for me, I'm way past that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that my parts no longer work. We shut them bitches down.
It's funny because before I had my kids, people would have babies. I'd be like, oh, it's so cute. And they're like, you want to hold it? I'm like, no, I'm good. And then I had my kids and, I cuddle with my kids and play on the floor and roll around and do all the things. And then other people had kids. You want up with the, no, I'm good.
But then they love you. It's like they want to love you more.
What, your kids or somebody else's kids?
No, I'm talking about other people's kids. They'd be like, oh, Kari. And I'd be like,
yeah. No, and that's what's so funny is that I, very rarely did I like full on engage. And most of the time it's going to be with a family member's child. But, I'm not that person who feels like because there's a baby in the room, I got to be all goo goo gaga for the baby. I'm just, and I love babies. Oh my God, I love babies. But.
Gotcha.
Whatever.
Well, that was my contribution.
Well, thank you very much. Tasty. I appreciate the rabbit hole because by the time you got to how you got to the Kardashians, that was a rabbit.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of one of the things that I would like to talk about more is the YouTube stuff because we're on YouTube.
Right.
And so I think it'd be interesting to one day have a show where we talk about our favorite YouTubers if you watch YouTube.
So let's plan that sometime because I'm not a big YouTube watcher. However, what does take me down a rabbit hole, if you will, is the ASMR videos. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
You need to be on TikTok.
I spiral.
After
Would you
7 o'clock. After 7 o'clock
Go
on
ahead.
TikTok, when you scroll, you're gonna run into 5 different types of lives, and the majority of them are going to be
ASMR. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I
and I'll
got
be like, what the fuck is this shit? Then you got
see
the people that are doing like they put these like rocks or whatever, these gems into this like spinning like a Russian roulette like machine, and then they're like blue, and
oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
That is so dope.
and then you've got the wig lady. Then you have the people that are sleeping and have like the saw guy or some scary image, some scary person in the room, and it's like, tip me to wake me up.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's just the other person is just like random shit.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah,
we
Okay.
ASMR is a
So
really
my question for you ladies, would you ever do it? Like, would you ever do ASMR? Or
Yes.
what kind of ASMR would you do then?
I would definitely
Let us know.
So the what took me down a rabbit hole, it started with a girl who was doing makeup, and she was
Okay.
doing lipstick and trying different lipsticks. So that's what initially caught my attention because I love lipstick. That though led to food and
Ooh.
watching this
Mukbangs.
woman eat a gigantic, colossal size lobster.
Oh, I know who you're talking
What?
about.
Yes.
It
yes.
like she has to back up the camera because it's so big, otherwise she can't get it in full view. Yeah.
It is.
The
Holy
legs are
moly.
like,
But yeah,
and
the
you just look like
the meat she took out of the claw looked like a steak. Like it was that much
Damn.
meat, that thick. And I was obsessed. Like I saw that video and
she goes like,
I called Lorenzo and was like, I'm gonna need you to find me one of these. Okay? I need one of these. And this was years ago. I haven't gotten it yet, but since you've asked the question, what would it be? It would be me. It would be food. I would like be licking my fingers. I'd be humming. There'd be sauce dripping all down my face. That would be me. Mm-hmm. Clearly,
I like the ones where they
so
try to eat
I
the different sushi.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I seen the ones that the ones that got me into ASMR are the ones that were like licking the ears. I was like, and I know that's kind of cliche. Like you're probably like, what in the hell? So they
Licking
have like
ears?
this one mic, or they'll have 2 mics. Yeah, they're like plastic ears on the microphone. So you're like, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but yeah,
no.
I was like, it's weird. It's weird, but I was like, I like it. Like it's weird.
So we put a ear on the microphone, and then we
and then you lick it. Yes,
Desiree.
And there's so many people.
I am not a doctor.
Wow.
But I'm gonna prescribe you some therapy.
Wow. Okay.
I don't want to judge, but that sounds. I mean, I guess if I seen it, I would probably be like that too, because it's kind of like the pimple popping when you go through and you're like,
yeah,
why am I still watching this? But I can't stop.
Yeah.
But speaking of the pimple popper ones too, did you see the new one with the chiropractors when they like crack and stuff? I don't know if you guys seen it, but I watched it too on I think it's on TLC.
Oh.
No, I saw it on TikTok though. There's this doctor in New Jersey, Dr. Ralph, I think is his name, and he takes their necks and he's like,
yes.
And every time I'm like, no, we did not say nipple popping. But that's coming next on TLC. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see nipple popping with Casey Carter, Desirable Bottom, and Carrie Anthony.
Okay. All right. So let me, because we're okay. So wait, I don't even know what I want to say that I watched.
Okay.
So I watched on Apple TV a show called Hijack with Idris Elba.
Ooh.
See,
A
that's the
movie or
reason.
a TV
Yeah.
show?
It's a series. Yeah.
I may have to renew my Apple TV.
Just for a minute. So far it's only 2 episodes in. This is one of those, where they're making you wait. You gotta wait a week for each of the episodes. But aside from the fact that it's Idris Elba, it's actually really very good.
There's your ASMR.
Facts.
It's very good. It's so his character is he's a negotiator. He's a corporate negotiator. So they explain that when you're going in to buy a company, he comes in last to sort of close the deal.
Right.
And so he's getting on this flight from United Arab Emirates and is flying back to London, and he's in first class, and he's texting with his wife, who apparently is no longer his wife. And anyway, he gets on the plane. He's barely 30 minutes into the flight, and the flight gets hijacked. And yeah,
that's scary.
And it's a 6-hour flight. And so there's all these storylines going on that have you going, what the hell? And it's, and like I said, initially I was watching it because it was Idris Elba. And I'm like, who really cares what the story's about? Because it's Idris Elba. But as the story progresses, it's one of those where, like I said, there's all these little stories going on, and they don't seem to be connected. And yet, as the story keeps getting told, you see how everything that happens is connected to the bigger picture. So I don't want to literally tell you everything that's happened, but it is definitely on the edge of your seat. Like when the episode is over, I'm like, damn it. Because like the last episode, there was something going on, and Idris Elba, there's like I think 5 hijackers, and Idris Elba and one of the hijackers are in the back of the plane, and they have been fighting and tussling around, and the gun hit the floor, and you see the 2 of them in the back, and then you see the main hijacker come storming down the aisle to the back of the plane, and he reaches where Idris Elba is with the other hijacker, and then the screen goes black and you hear gunfire.
What?
But you don't.
Yeah.
What makes that moment significant is the whole story was about whether or not the bullets in the gun were blanks or live ammunition. So, so at the moment that you hear the gun go off, that's the question that you're asking, because prior to the main hijacker walking down the aisle, he switched out his bullets for live ammo. So now,
damn,
who fired?
So they're like going like this?
Well, that's just it. The screen went black, so you have no idea. You have no idea who fired. Like, you see the main hijacker make it to the end of the aisle, but you don't know if he's the one, because you don't see him point his gun. You don't see the other gun pointed. You just hear the gunfire.
Got
and this is an airplane, so you cannot afford to put a hole in the airplane.
Facts. And it reminds me of Samuel Jackson when he says the mother flipping snakes on the mother flipping plane. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
Oh my God. Snakes on a plane. Well, depending upon which version you're looking at. But snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
One of the best, worst movies ever. Ever. And it's Sam Jackson. If it wasn't him, it would just be a really bad movie.
True.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
True.
So
So I'm gonna go with
Hijacker on Apple TV, right?
Yep. Hijack Apple TV.
Good one. Yes. Woo.
All right, go ahead, Desiree.
I'm gonna go with Sunday. It was the season finale, so I was really sad of The Idol. It was the last one last Sunday.
Okay.
So make sure to watch it. Make sure to catch up with it.
Yep.
I'm not gonna go into all the rabbit hole thing, but they ended up where the chick that wanted to backstab her, the main character, Johnny Depp. He said I think it's his daughter,
right?
Yes.
Lily Depp, or whatever her name is. Yeah. So anyways, her bestie at the time wanted to like backstab her and like take a deal behind her back and stuff. Well, that's not happening no more. That's gonna be the little spoiler alert that I'm gonna say. And then the rest of the show though is freaking fire. You guys have to check it out. You gotta watch it. It is. It throws you for a loop. It throws you for a loop, and you'll be surprised because at the end, it was a cliffhanger too, and I was like, no. But you know, I really hope it gets picked up for the season 2. It has to. It has to because it was that good. That's all I'm going to say. The Idol. Watch it.
Definitely.
Check it out.
We'll have to check that out. Definitely.
Why haven't we yet? We've talked about it for several weeks and still neither one of us have seen it.
I've seen a couple of episodes. I just haven't finished.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now that Des said, now that she said they've finished the season, I'm definitely gonna binge it. Yeah, because I thought it was real interesting, like
all the kinks.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw the promo, I kept looking at it going, is that him? And then, so when we were talking about it that time, and you were like, yeah, it's The Weeknd.
Turned out it is.
Oh my God, yes. And the slimy sleaziness of his character. Let me just say, I got into a debate with my sister about this show. Because my sister is in PR, and she was talking about the not so nice things people were saying about it, about Johnny Depp's daughter, about The Weeknd, about, they were saying about The Weeknd, his acting wasn't that good. I'm like, listen, let me tell you something. His character is slick and slimy. I think his acting is perfect for the character. Really, this is not some Denzel Washington deeply dramatic moment. This is somebody who's shady as all get out. And I think he's playing the hell out of the character. Like, I really genuinely don't think his acting is bad. And what's crazy is you see him and you say to yourself, God, he looks familiar. My God, he looks familiar. Like, I feel like I've seen him before. And part of the reason why it doesn't like automatically click that it's The Weeknd, it's because he's doing some slick, sleazy, slimy stuff. And your mind just can't wrap around that that's The Weeknd.
Right.
True. And their motto is sing. Yeah, their motto chat is, so I'm sorry if anybody's got a rat. Anybody's got a rat tail, they were like, never trust anybody with a rat tail. So
look,
that's so 80s.
And he is the epitome of slick and slimy from the 80s. I mean,
true.
Right out the gate when he meets her, he's giving you that slimy vibe, and she immediately is like, oh my God, he's looking at me. Like, the fact that she's the rock star in the building and he's just the guy who's a DJ and owns a club, like,
Wait till you see this last one. You're gonna be like, what? I'm telling you, you're gonna be.
I'm looking forward to
go
that.
Through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. Check that out this weekend while I pack. Woo! Not ready for.
So I do have another one.
Oh, okay, go.
Okay, yeah.
Godfather of Harlem.
Ooh.
I started from season 1, episode 1. Started from the beginning because it's it's been a while since I've seen it, so I was like, let me go back and start from the beginning, because I remember this being really good. And I'm not saying that it's not good now, but like it's telling a story, and if you miss pieces, like you just kind of get lost. So yeah, I'm rewatching The Godfather of Harlem. So good.
So I saw, I don't know if I saw the whole first season, but I definitely saw several episodes of it, and it definitely was, you know, you get caught up. Like you have to keep watching.
Well, it's definitely like a time warp because it's set back in the 50s. You know, Malcolm X is a very popular character in the first few episodes, and it's about Bumpy Johnson, who, you know, was infamous back in his time. And, you know, the hard part for me is the racial slurs and like some of the things that, oh,
I'm like, do we need to call 911?
So he was starting to come through the door, but he hadn't come all the way through. And I was like, I heard like a kunk, but I didn't hear, like, there was nothing that followed it. So I'm like, but it was him. So anyways, so hearing the racial slurs and like just the whole tension between the Italians and, you know, African American community and like Harlem, and just, you know, those things for me were, I don't want to say, like, it's I'm not accustomed to hearing it and seeing it, and then when I do, it's kind of triggering, like, what? And then I have to remember that this is a timepiece. So they're trying to truly depict that period of time when these were the things that were actually happening. And so I have to remind myself while I'm watching it that this is a time period. This is not, you know, today. These are actual events that took place. Well, you know, a fictional story based on actual stories. So it's like, yeah. So for me, I had to definitely be mindful and remind myself, like, you know, but I will say Forrest Whitaker, amazing actor.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I love his like brute force and his like, I just don't give a flocka attitude. Like, absolutely love it.
And so much of that character too is his physical presence. You know, he just like, the only way I can describe it is he throws that weight around. He literally sort of that's swagger. His swagger as that character is, you know, fills the room. Yeah. He does a great job.
He does. He definitely emulates who Bumpy Johnson was. Like, if you read the stories and like the actual like biopic of Bumpy Johnson, like that was a lot of the things that people said is like, he came into the room and commanded attention. And he was fearless, even though he really wasn't fearless. Like, you know, you see even in the show, they show like when he goes home and he's talking to his wife and he's, you know, around his daughter, whatever, like, and then he's like, one of his daughters is hooked on drugs, and he takes her to Malcolm's congregation to help her, you know, get off the drugs.
Right.
Like, those are moments that you see the vulnerability and like the connection to, you know, the realness. But in situations where he's like up against the Italians, and in other situations, like, he's just like, not, I don't give a shit. Yeah. And that for me is so hot.
Yeah. I mean,
I am like, I'm
the
processor.
His ability to be vulnerable and then to go back to hardcore at the drop of a dime it's amazing. It's great. Like, it humanizes the character. It makes you want to know more about this person. Like, you know, he's a gangster and a thug and a drug dealer and all of that. But when you get to see him as a person, as a father, as a husband, and you see that he turns off the hardcore in those moments,
right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's like what's the guy's name? Frank, the one that was a little bit further.
Yeah.
Frank. What do I put? Frank drug dealer, New York.
Yeah. Like I'm drawing a
Frank
blank.
biggest drug dealer came right up. Frank Lucas.
Lucas, that's it. I was gonna say
There you
because
go.
I watched the special on him too. So yeah.
Yeah,
Here you
and
go.
you know
Here's
that's
Oh,
when
Lorenzo.
Denzel
no.
played.
Lorenzo grew up in that time
Hey,
period.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello, Lorenzo. Nice way to just sneak on in.
Hey.
Yes,
Yeah,
Frank Lucas, you got it. So, you're
Yeah.
next,
that's
Casey.
cool.
So we're down to our last 6 minutes, and we got a whole lot of promo stuff we wanted to do. So
Oh
Kari,
yeah.
Kari,
Dang, this went by fast.
I know because we ran our mouths for a good 30 minutes before we started talking
Talking about
Yay!
talking about sneaking people in, but yes, let's
Uh-huh.
do our
Okay.
first
So,
promo.
all right. But here's the thing, Kari, I'm asking, I know there's something you have to have that you want to promote the hell out of. So the next time we go live, I need a Kari promo because
Well, let me give you a Carrie little promo right now.
go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I Heart BBW
Hear it.
magazine is releasing our second issue at Exotica Miami, July 14th. On Friday, you can come and get your copy, but tomorrow night on the iHeart BBW YouTube channel, we are revealing the cover.
Oh,
So
see, I
you
was
can
getting ready to ask you
see.
for it. See?
Nice. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next time we go live, then you got to let me show
yes.
the cover and all of that. So,
Yes, I
all
will
right.
send you. I'm gonna have a video promo. I'm having all that stuff done. I would have had it done, but you know, I've been kind of busy with other
I know
things. But
that's why I'm saying I want you to do it because we got.
we could do it live. I'll do a commercial right here. No, I'm just kidding. But check us out tomorrow night at
On the
11
fly.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on YouTube. iHeart BBW. It's gonna be live because it's our last one before Exotica. So
Okay. All right. So here, Desi.
Okay.
Woo!
So we are doing a wonderful sub goal challenge on kick.com/desirable bottom. If you guys want to come and check us out, we stream daily, Monday to Fridays. Times vary, so it's usually in the mornings though, so you guys can come and check us out there. At 100 subscriber goals, we're gonna do the Pocky one chip challenge, and at 160 subs, if we reach that in a month, we are going to do the Tube of Care challenge, which is also like Carolina Reaper peanuts. So we want all the nuts, all these nuts. And yeah, so it's like the Death Nut Challenge from Johnny Scosville. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but he's got a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube. They do like all these different challenges and stuff if you have goals. So yeah, so come check us out. Kick.com/desirable bottom. And I look forward to seeing you guys in chat. Come and chat it up with us.
Okay. So
did you understand any of the peanuts?
No, I didn't. And
it's all these nuts. These are the nuts.
These are the nuts
right here.
And
These
I told
all
Desi,
these nuts.
it doesn't even really matter that I get it. I just want her to talk about it because
I love it.
Okay,
Carolina Reaper.
So wait, so what you're doing is you're eating these things? Is that?
Yeah, so if we reach at 100 subs, I will do the one chip challenge, like the Pocky one chip challenge, which is like, and I don't do very well with like spicy food, so it's gonna be like we're gonna get flaming buttholes. For real. TMI.
Views
TMI.
of Desiree do not exactly represent those of her co-hosts or EXXXOTICA.tv. So warning.
Butthole, so.
Right.
If you have a flaming butthole.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, it's just for something fun and entertaining to do. We posted it on my own YouTube channel as well. So
I love it.
You know, we're trying to get out. Yeah, we're just trying to get out there, trying to get monetized too on YouTube and on Kick as well. So we need to reach certain goals. I will DM you the other little thing that I want to promote next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
cool. Thank you, Des. Appreciate that. So
thank you.
Here's my book promo.
Too many pussies in the kitchen ain't no good. A liar is a thief. You can't get a racehorse out of a mule. Sex is a superpower. A good name is rather to be had than chosen. You can't get a racehorse out of a mule.
And other stuff my mama said.
So the book will be live July 18th on Amazon. The link on the screen, mybook.to/racehorse vs mule, will take you to the Amazon page right now. You can pre-order the ebook. The actual paperback will be ready on that day. I thought I was going to be bringing some to EXXXOTICA, and sadly, they will not be here in time. So I will not be bringing any to Miami. However, I will have them in Jersey and DC. So if you don't get your copy before then, you can get your copy then. But also, the first, like when the book comes out on the 18th, the ebook will be available for free for 3 days. Ooh. So be sure to get your copy while it's free, and be sure to give us a review. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now,
and why not
mention you got on BoobTube.
Yeah, why not get your copy here on BoobTube?
We can work on that too, because like I said, I thought I was going to have all of these things to have them, but when we come back from EXXXOTICA, I'm here for it. So, all right, now our EXXXOTICA promo stuff.
Yes, I'm ready. Make sure you get your tickets for EXXXOTICA Miami, July 14th through the 16th at the Miami Airport Convention Center. We look forward to seeing you. Casey and I will be there, so get your tickets now. Ladies Free Friday, and make sure you check out the fashion show, as well as some seminars and all that kind of stuff. Also, November 3rd to the 5th in Edison, New Jersey is EXXXOTICA, New Jersey. We are going to be having a blast there too. And of course, last but certainly not least, December 1st to the 3rd, Washington, D.C.
Did you say seminars?
Seminars. To go with our flaming buttholes.
On to the next promo.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Sale. Purchase your tickets today for EXXXOTICA at Sea, March 6th to the 10th, 2024. We'll be hitting Miami, Key West, and Bimini, Bahamas. See you there.
Oh, no, keep talking. Keep talking. This is a little longer. This is.
Yeah.
Seconds.
That's EXXXOTICA at Sea. We hope to see you as we set the sails and take over the ocean. EXXXOTICAtv.com/@-C.
Okay.
Do it.
So we'll get that set up for the next time. But
next time I'll know to talk longer.
Yeah, I meant to tell you. Well, what happened was when just as you literally disappeared from our pre-setup, I was getting ready to tell you about it, and then you were gone. So I didn't get a chance.
And my computer decided to not only restart, but to update.
Yeah. So
I was sitting here
I meant to give you that heads up so you could see how long it was and how long you needed to talk. But next time.
Yeah. Next time, now I know, and I'll make sure I get my promos in and all that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, between time, make sure you guys check out our pink boxes. Down below is our social media links and our websites. We would love for you to follow us on social media, as well as visit us in our special spaces where you can get more content from us individually. And we look forward to seeing you next week at EXXXOTICA Miami.
Because we're not going to be here.
Yes, and
you heard it here first.
There will not be an episode next week. We will not be going live, as we will be traveling and preparing for EXXXOTICA Miami, and probably the week after we'll need a little time to rest because having to resubmerge back into regular life after being in Miami.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So give us a couple of weeks. We'll be on hiatus, but when we come back, we have some really awesome stuff in store for you all. So thank you so much for watching us today. If you're watching us live and chatting, thank you. If you're watching the replay, we still read your comments. We still see what you say. So make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and comment. And we will see you guys in a couple of weeks right here on YouTube/Exotica. See you guys later. Back to you, Casey.